Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we are going to talk about a fighter's get-up. There are a whole series of get-ups, both with weight and without weight. We consider get-ups to be a prime fundamental athletic skill that everybody should practice regardless of their sport or regardless of their athletic goal. Getting up off the ground from every possible direction is a fundamental human action, and we should be good at it. In order to be good at it, we should break it down into small individual pieces, practice them in isolation, then integrate them, practice them together, and then add more complexity over time. The get-up we are going to do today, we'll start from standing. We'll get down with a spinal rock, and then we are going to rock forward. We are going to do a leg thread, drive up into a lunge, and stand up. This movement starts with a step back. Put the knee on the ground. Oftentimes when people will practice lunges, they won't put their knee all the way down on the ground, and that can be a problem when you're trying to learn to do things like this. We want to put our knee all the way on the ground because it becomes a pivot point for us to move our back leg. From here, we're going to sit all the way down, extend our legs out, seated position. From here, a spinal rock. We begin a spinal rock. Spinal rock means no thumping noises. Your spine should move gently on the ground. If you're making a big whapping sound or it hurts, you need to round more. Take your chest, push it all the way back, round your spine, rock. Come back to our kneeling position, drive all the way up, stand up. Change legs. You should have no good lead leg. Step back with the other knee, whatever distance is comfortable in the beginning. Pivot the leg 45 to 90 degrees. Sit all the way down over our hip. We are in this leg thread position. Initiate the rock. Come back up the same way you went down. Change sides. Step back. Pivot. Sit on the hip. Rock. Leg thread. Leg forward. Stand all the way up. Step back, leg pivot, sit all the way down, get all the way up, stand all the way up. Important parts. We would like to point our feet generally straight ahead because when we stand up, that's the way we would like our feet to point. We would like to eventually link this into walking and or running drills where we come up and we simply move forward. So pointing your feet straight ahead is fairly key to this activity. The spinal rock should not hurt. There shouldn't be any thumping noises. You shouldn't get any raspberries on any individual piece of your spine. If you do, then you need to practice the spinal rock portion separately. The leg thread is a weird piece for most people because it does require some hip mobility. That knee on the ground, our leg is pointed straight back. Take a moment, initiate that pivot that gets your leg out of the way and gives your hip a place to go when you go for this sit down. The distance of your lunge will change each time. That's why we practice our lunge separately as well. Our threaded leg extends out so we can have two legs in front of us, get on, rock up, stand up. It's a simple skill. There are many things that you can use to replace burpees in different types of workouts. People really like burpees and people get very, very good at them. But no matter what type of training you're doing, you could replace burpees with any other version of getup, and there are like 50 of them, in order to expand the amount of training you can get out of any one program. Later on, this skill will be integrated and will change from starting at the top and stepping back to going over objects and doing a roll and coming up and running. You can integrate this into fight training. You can integrate this into action training. It's all fun. You can do it eventually with kettlebells and clubs, and we will make separate videos on those ideas because there are slightly different concerns to make sure you don't drop weights on your face with each different implement.